Hey guys, and welcome to Team Charge. My name's Sarah. If you don't know me yet, you will get to know me soon, hopefully. I wanted to create a video just to show you what is this leadership portal. You might have heard old exec talking about a leadership manual. It's all online now. Everything you need to do to be the best charge leader you can be is in this leadership portal. And if there's ever something that you're like, I think it should be in there, email me, tell me. I'm the one who kind of maintains this and continually updating it, trying to give you guys as many resources as I can to make sure that you are confident in leading your charge chapter. So I'm going to dive in now. Hold tight. It's going to be a lot of info, but this video is never going anywhere. Watch it as many times as you need, and don't forget to fill out the form at the end of the training completion. I am so excited to dive in on this journey with you. Alrighty, so here we are. We're at the charge.com/charge-leadership-blog, and this is the leadership portal. So you'll be greeted at this lovely page. We have our core values at the top here. You should always be looking at those. And this is the opening page you'll see whenever you come in. So I'm going to just describe a little bit about what each of these boxes has. So position resources. This is where you're going to find the bulk of what you need as a charge leader for your specific position. Small group coordinator. As an executive team member, you are a small group coordinator. This is where you're going to have everything you need to know about being a small group coordinator. So you'll see, when do they start? What are the expectations? What's your weekly checklist? A sample agenda, semester schedule of the small group themes, when you guys are putting those together. Attendance, making sure that's updated every week right after your small group, and then just common kind of challenges that we've seen, as well as a whole archive of small group workouts for you. Exec newsletters. I send out exec newsletters on the 1st and 15th of every month, and this is incredibly important for you guys to stay up to date. You should get it to your charge email address, but if for some reason you aren't getting them, all you have to do is come here, check out the exec newsletters. They're right in here. Look how fun that is. Elections and transitions. So this is something primarily only used in the spring, or if there is ever the circumstance of a special election. So you'll see the spring elections, the guidelines, the checklist, as well as then special elections. And so that's if, someone has to resign or someone is excused from their position. And so we have their timeline as well as their transition process after that for a special election. And then anything you could possibly need down here, including the spring transitions button, which dives deeper into becoming a new exec team member and how that happens. Exec team member training. This is what we are actually deep within right now, and you are, learning all your videos. And so if you ever forget a video or you're trying to remember where is that one thing, just come back in here, pop in, watch your video again. They're not too long. And this is, really all of the training that you need to be an awesome exec team member is in these videos. Chapter standards. So this is, what is a charge chapter? We do have standards for all of our charge chapters to make sure they're hitting. And if a chapter isn't reaching these standards, we do evaluate them and put them on kind of focus letters and action plans to try and get them back up to our standards. So this kind of just describes what they are with our membership target, the chapter activity rates, making sure execs are responsive to nationals as well as to the ambassador, the social media standards, studio spotlight capacities and making sure you have enough space, small group guidelines, socials, retreats, and formals, campus events, getting charge branded apparel, product donations, discount codes, and membership dues. All of these are in the chapter standards, and this is something definitely to be familiar with. The chapter materials and Dropbox. This is, a direct link to anything you could need for your chapter from the leadership portal. So you'll see lots of different things in here. If you are, I think I want to do chapter stickers, you just come into the chapter material Dropbox. Or if you need your bolt for some reason, come in here. So that's all easy. Your chapter drives, this is a direct link to where your Google Drive is, so you'll be able to log into that easily. Exec shop, this is a shop exclusive for Team Charge. So you'll see it's kind of past fit plan items. If you maybe weren't able to be a part of one of those fit plans, you still have access to those things, and that is going to be updated soon. And then we have run, charge, and fit plans. And so this is where information that's exclusive for you guys and what you need to be doing during run, charge, and fit plans will go in these 2 buttons when those seasons are on us. So I'm going to dive really quick just into the position resources. I know we're going to do a deeper dive for your position, but these top 3 are also really important. So we have our exec expectations and exec contract. You should have already signed the exec contract if you're watching this. And you should be familiar with all of the expectations we do have for our executive leaders. This is because we believe in you guys and we know what amazing work you're doing on your campus. You have our national contact info. So I get a lot of questions about, who do I email for this? Who do I email for this? So most cases, the CLC should be the first person you contact after your ambassador. If it's just a non-urgent update, email your CLC. If it's urgent, then please text or phone call her. If it's an emergency, call your CLC, and if she doesn't answer, then you can call me. Website issues, if your headshot isn't right, something's misspelled, maybe a chapter member thinks they purchased their membership but it didn't go through, etc. Email support@charge.com, and that's how we'll fix things on the website. Shop issue, your gear hasn't arrived yet, someone has an issue with tracking number, etc. Email shop@charge.com. And that's how we'll do gear. Please do not, post in the Facebook pages about questions with shop gear. Just email the shop@charge.com. That's going to be the fastest way to get a response. Chapter leadership consultants. You'll see all of these beautiful ladies here. This is where we have just all of their info. You can Insta them, email them, etc. You should know who your specific chapter leadership consultant is, but don't hesitate to reach out to any of them. They all are here for you guys. And as always, if you ever need something directly from me, my email address is sarah@charge.com. All right. Then finally, we have year deadlines. This is incredibly important for you guys to be on top of as well. So you'll see it's pretty straightforward, just kind of goes on to the weeks before the semester, and then we'll have the quarter underneath here. Please just make sure you're staying on top of it and that you are accountable for all the things that are in here. All right. That is it before we start into the deep dive of your position. Are you ready for this? All right, so we just finished going through these 3 boxes, and now we're going to dive into you as the event coordinator. So you have 3 kind of main duties as event coordinator. You're a small group coordinator, so see that page for those details. You're reserving rooms for the semester, and you are coordinating the studio spotlights and fitness events. Socials are led by the treasurer, but you're mainly in charge of those studio spotlights and fitness. So this is a lot. You are planning all of the fitness events before the semester starts, but then once the semester is in full swing, you're responsible for making sure those events are maxed out. You work so hard to plan these events, you should want girls to go to them. So you're corresponding with instructors, you're welcoming instructors at the event, you're making sure they can find it, you're obtaining all of the liability forms, instructor insurances and certifications, you're sending thank you cards out after the event, making sure you guys always have instructor contacts in your Google Drive, you're reviewing events and keeping records of what fitness events were awesome and what studios you shouldn't work with again. You are in charge of coordinating carpools as needed and making sure that all drivers sign the driver liability waivers, maxing out every event and texting girls to encourage them to sign up before the event until it's full. So this is really important. Overseeing optional events committee to help with planning studio spotlights and to help girls go to more events. And ultimately, it is so important that you never cancel an event unless school is canceled. Then you have to. All right, so here is, a huge thing, studio spotlight capacities and space guidelines in order to accommodate as many members as possible. This is what, we kind of have. So if this is how many members you have, this is the capacity you should have, and ideally how many sessions it should be. So nothing too crazy here. If you have any questions about this, please talk to your CLC. Of course, if you can have more, that's amazing, but this is the minimum number of members you should accommodate each week. And if a session ever doesn't fill more than 50% of its capacity, then you should contact the instructor to let them know and give them the option to cancel, because we do not want to waste anyone's time. And if there's only one session scheduled, then make sure that you're getting at least 50% there. Never cancel an event, but it's really important that a lot of girls are going so that it's valuable for both your time as well as the instructor. Carpooling. So there are templates and everything kind of you'll see them below. But this is a big part of you guys. Tips for communicating with instructors. Instructors are not going to email you back right away. I just want to let you know that. If they're not answering the email, pick up the phone and call or go in person. Do not just settle for, they're not going to respond to my email. They are busy. They're running, their own fitness studio. So just go in person and visit. They love seeing you guys in person. Studio spotlight flow. So 2 weeks before the semester begins, all of the spotlights should be finalized. And make sure that you're being smart about scheduling. If there is a huge, homecoming week at your school, you probably should have a smaller event that week. Or if your studio spotlight falls on Valentine's Day, have a small event that week, because those, attendances are going to be lower anyway, so you might as well have a smaller event then. 2 weeks before the studio spotlight or event is scheduled, you should reach out to the instructor and verify they'll still be there. 3 days before the studio spotlight, one last check that the instructor is ready and any important information has been communicated, and make sure that the studio spotlight is maxed out. If not, this is the time that you need to start texting girls and getting them to go, or find out why they haven't gone. Immediately after the studio spotlight, you should give the instructor a thank you card, and then you should write the event review in your Google Drive. All right, so maxing out events, this is the action plan for that. You guys should be making sure this happens for every single event until it's maxed out. You guys work so hard to put on these events. Let's make sure that girls are going to them. So you have your event coordinator checklist, your EC Facebook group where you can get event ideas from other girls, your certifications and insurances. This is a video talking about why these are so important and making sure you're uploading them to the correct Google Drive folder. Your sample events folder. This just shows you what that folder should look like at all times. Downloading thank you cards, so you can download these as PDFs and then go get them printed at FedEx Kinko's. Email templates for when you're talking with instructors. This also has a phone call template for when you call them. Your driver liability waivers, which are really important to have signed before anyone carpools, and then your committees. So if you do end up having an events committee, these are girls that are, helping you guys plan events as well as helping make sure the event is maxed out. This is kind of where you'll find that. All right. So I know that's a lot. I really encourage you to dive in together and to really make sure you understand all of this. If you have any questions, please just communicate them with your CLC or ambassador. Have an awesome day, and let's do this.